Hey, good morning, or good evening, or good afternoon, or whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching this video. I'm Ben, if you don't know. I am actually trying to find something to do. It is a beautiful, sunny, 74-degree Christmas day. And why I'm trying to find something to do is because this is not a normal Christmas for us. Actually, me and Lane are home by ourselves today. Andrea and Emily are down at the hospital with her dad and her mom. Her dad got admitted to the hospital a few days ago, and they've been down there spending time with her mom and just checking up and making sure everything is fine there. Just wanting to be with them. And any new news that comes about, Andrea wants to be there, and that's totally understandable. So while they're down there doing that, I can't just sit inside. I've got to find something to do, and might as well work. Always something to do around the farm. One of the things that I've been meaning to do for a while is build a pig loading chute, corral, whatever you want to call it. Before in the past, we've always just backed a trailer in and started feeding the pigs in the trailer and letting them come in, and that is by far the less stressful. But doing that, there's a few bad parts to it. Is where the pigs will actually chew on the wires of the trailer. They will use the bathroom in the trailer and just get a lot of nastiness in the trailer. And of course, you're feeding them in there, so you've got food in there, and you've got to clean all that out just so your floor don't rot out. And then the other thing is, we have since traded trailers, got a bigger gooseneck trailer rather than the shorter bumper pull trailer that we would just pull in here and disconnect. And it's just more of a hassle. This way right here, it will be useful in many situations, just as in case the other day. I'm actually in the pen. This right here is where the Mangalitsa had the piglets, and she was farrowed up in here. I kept her in this little corral that we've got here, separated away from the boar. Well, if you've been following us for a while, I think the mangas we've decided are not going to be for us particularly. We really like the old spots and how they turned out. Not saying anything bad about the mangas, but it's just not for us. So I ended up, I posted them and actually sold them in one day. Sold the boar, the sow, and all the piglets together. They went to a new home. Well, trying to do that, we ended up, we got the piglets in here and loaded them into a separate box away from Mama and Daddy so they wouldn't get smushed in transit. But then we tried to corral Mama and Daddy up at the back of the trailer and load them in, and that did not go as planned. So this here is a load ramp that I'd built. It just kind of, well, let's see, pick it up. It's like that right there, ramps up to the back of the trailer, and they're supposed to walk up it ideally. I actually didn't have it over here. I had it at the another pig pen that I got to do one of these too also. That works, but it's not ideal either. It's a board, it's slick. I've put little runners on it to catch their feet and help them walk up it, but it's something new and they're not used to, and they still hesitate on that. So I don't like that as much. It's better than trying to make them jump up in about a 16 to 18 inch jump up into the back of a trailer. It helps, but it's still not ideal. We're gonna build one. Actually, I seen in the Joe Salatin book, one of our viewers sent us one of those Joe Salatin books, and it's just building a dirt ramp. So this here is gonna be a permanent corral loading place for our pen up here in the front. And then we've also got a pen in the back. I'm gonna do one exactly the same, pretty much, just to make them easier to load up in and less stress on everybody. So what I'm gonna do, I think what I'm gonna end up doing here is I gotta pull this building out of the way. It's up next to a building that's got a block wall on it, which will make it easy on that side to put the dirt, and the dirt's not gonna go nowhere. But over here, I've got to end up putting a couple posts in, putting boards on there to hold the dirt in place. I'm gonna actually secure a gate to the back of it and use as a sweep just to get behind them and help hold them up there where they'll walk into the trailer. So I'm gonna try to get busy and see if I can pull this thing out of the way. I may have to recruit Lane to help me. Probably gonna. It's not light and it's big and bulky.
me a message.
And I know he's got his phone and he's inside. Hello.
Howdy.
Hi, will you come help me move this building real quick?
What building?
The silver one right here at the corner of the wood shop.
It's one that's like the well house?
No, yes, like the well house, yes. We're just moving it out of the way.
Okay, I'll be there.
Bye. He's probably like, ooh, that thing's big and heavy. Tilt it over, and then we'll drag it over there. 1, 2.
Do you want to push and pull and me go push?
No, we're just going to tilt it over.
Easier said than done. We're dragging the where?
Just out of the way over there. So I'm going back to the old-fashioned way and just going to dig a hole with post hole diggers rather than an auger. That's pretty good dirt. I actually seen the other day I think he was like 61, 62-year-old man sat here and dug probably about 25 post holes with one of these. He does it for a living. Surely if he can do it, I can do it. So all I'm doing here is getting some of this dirt that I dug out, putting it in the hole, and just using this is actually a rock bar. I'm tamping it down, packing it in the hole. Okay, so if you've been around here very long and you know me very well, I'm a collector. Some people like Andrea or the kids may call it hoarding, but I keep things that I will find useful down the road. So this box here actually come from a job where they ship parts in, and it is made out of like 2x10s, 2x6s, heavy duty built, and we've used it for brooding chicks in. We've used it for a couple of other different things, but now the time has come. We no longer need that for brooding chicks, since we have the big brooder over there, that I'm going to actually tear this apart and utilize it on this. I was going to break out the Alaskan sawmill, but I've decided on my timeline that I've got today, I can use this and pretty much get through. All I'll have to do is put the bucket on the tractor and haul dirt in here to make my load ramp. So I'm gonna get busy unscrewing this and screwing it to that. And it comes with useful screws. Don't even have to go buy them. All right, got that done. So hoarding, recycling, repurposing, whatever you want to call it. I've got two really long 2x10s. Got some 2x6s and a whole bunch of good screws over there. Well worth it. My repurposed screw pile. Okay, so here I'm going to come in there and I'm going to put a 2x4 in between. like that. Like that. Set a 2x6 on top of those. And I'm gonna do that one more time with this big one. And the reason I done that up there and not down at the bottom is because, of course, this is going to have dirt in it. So I want all these to hold the dirt in. Here, I don't care if I got a gap. And I wanted the boards to go up as high as they possibly could and still screw onto these posts. So now next, we're going to hang a gate on this post. And I'm just going to get a hole started in this spot I've already measured and marked. My gate hanger, that was just a 1/2 inch bit. Something I've learned over the years, if you got you a crescent wrench that's got a pretty good sized hole in it, a lot of times they'll fit over that and you can use that as leverage. Or of course you can just go get a regular wrench. Now, sometimes trying to hang a gate by yourself, that can be trying, but we're gonna see what we can get done. Thing about this one is, post is so short, I've got to take this top gate hinge hanger off and lower it down. So on these, you can actually bend these back out. They've got the bolt through them. They are adjustable. See if I can get it bent back out to get it off. Well, sometimes it's easier said than done. Really need two wrenches. All right, 2 wrenches work perfect. So now what I'm gonna do with pigs especially, you want your bottom hinge to point up, your top hinge to point down. A lot of people do this regardless, just anywhere. That way if somebody tries to steal your gate, they got to be pretty clever and have the tools. Can't just swipe it, because you'd have to take this screw out, bolt out. And I've bent it so much now that the bolt won't go back there. Yeah. Alright, so now what I've done is I've come in here and I've got me like a 4x4 landscaping timber, brought it up off the ground a little bit, screwed it in over here. Of course I can't screw it into that block wall, but I wedged it real tight. But all it's going to do is help hold these. And would you look at that? These are the 2 pieces off the other end of that box. And I mean, I don't know that I could have measured it and got it much closer. I love it when things work good. I'm going to raise it up a little bit off the ground there. Eyeball it. Don't screw it too tight yet. And on this side. And they're close to level. Ain't none of this got to be perfect. Just for loading pigs. And they call me a perfectionist. I don't know where they get that. All right, so this is awesome. All this out of free, reused, recycled, hoarded material. Didn't cost me a penny. Not even the screws. All right, day 2 on this. So I actually went last night and actually had a Christmas dinner. It was at a Chinese restaurant, but hey, we were all together and had a Christmas dinner. So I'm gonna try to get this finished today. Kind of turned into a dreary day. Don't know how much recording I'm gonna be able to actually get done, but I've got the tractor fired up. Me and Lane actually just switched out the hay forks and put the bucket on, so I can start putting the dirt in this and getting the ramp built and being complete. And then comes the clean up my mess part. It looks kind of trashy around here right now, so I'm gonna get busy. All right, so that right there's it. Dirt ramp built up to the top of that board. May try to get the trailer back over here and just verify, look at everything, make sure it looks good. All right, so that's another job complete. I'm sure Andrew will be pleased. Another check mark on her list to do. The loading ramp, the gate, the alleyway, the corral around there. I think it's all gonna work out great. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. If you don't mind, say a little prayer for Andrea's dad. And until next time, God bless.